Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a super exciting video that I wanted to share with you. I've been trying for a little while now to create sort of like a makeup collection video. Now my collection is not that big. I mean, compared to a lot of people, it's very small. But you know, I like seeing how people store their makeup and what kind of products they use and hearing about them cleaning out their stuff and seeing what kind of new things people have. So I have a couple different things for you. I have sort of a storage area where I keep a lot of my stuff that I don't use every day, and then I have a drawer right next to where I do my everyday makeup that has more frequent stuff than the stuff on the shelves. And then I show a portion of well, not a portion, I show the whole area of where I get ready, close to a window, so you can actually see my setup and where I keep everything. Now, it's not super crazy, it's not something that I'm trying to brag about, it's just something that I've purchased all of my own money, and I love seeing other people's makeup collection videos, so I thought I'd share mine with you. So if you wanted to see sort of how I store my makeup and types of products that I have, then please keep watching. So in the first drawer, this is where I keep all of my Colourpop Super Stock shadows as well as some highlights. I also have some like cheek products in here. Most of it's from Colourpop. I do have a paint pot back there from MAC. Drawer just below that, this is where I keep some of my lip liners, eyeliners, concealers, just a couple other options that I don't use on a regular basis, as well as some bronzers and some highlights. Stuff that I don't necessarily use every day. Drawer just below that, I have a blush, a Smashbox, the Casey Holmes Spotlight palette, as well as two of my shadow palettes, and then this is where I keep my extra silly sponge, and then two of the Colourpop shadows that didn't fit in the drawer above. So that's what I keep down there. The last drawer here, this is where I have all of my Colourpop liquid lipsticks. I actually ended up cleaning them all out and giving some away to some friends and my family, just because I found I wasn't really wearing that many, so it's a little bit less than you've seen in my Colourpop video. So yeah, that's this section right here. The section right next to it is a little bit of miscellaneous stuff. The top one has some eyeshadow palettes, some samples that I've gotten at Sephora from some Point Perks, and I believe there is a contour kit down here from Smashbox. I also have the second drawer that has my Tarte palettes, and then my two Kylie shadows here. The drawer just below that, this is all of my MAC, NARS, and some Bite and Kat Von D lipsticks. This is the drawer that I don't go in as often, but I've actually cleaned this one out as well since I last used it. So yeah, that's the lipstick drawer. The one just below that, I have so most of my liquid lipsticks here. Kat Von D, Kylie, Anastasia, and then a few MAC ones back there. And then the drawer below that, I just have a few eyeliners and then a few lipsticks down at the bottom. Some from Colourpop, Too Faced, and then a Marc Jacobs lip gloss. So this section down here is where I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. I've got some Morphe ones here, some Lorac, just a few of these open palettes where I can keep some of my shadows, my loose ones, and then I've got a few face palettes just over here in the corner. This section right here, I've actually cleaned out and given away a lot of the shadows that I've had. So now I'm just left with some of the Naked palettes, Kat Von D one, which is looking a little old, and then a Lorac one. Back here I just actually have a Makeup Forever. Yes, that one did break, so I had to fix it. And then I keep a small handheld mirror down here just in case, as well as you can see here, just some crystals that I have. And then over here I have one single shadow. I've got some eyelash tweezers that I sometimes use to put my eyelashes on, some extra magnets for my Z palettes, and then two perfume roller balls right here. I don't use those as much, but something to have. So yeah, that is this section right here. So this final section up here is just where I keep some of my makeup brushes that I don't necessarily use on an everyday basis. They're just ones that I probably had duplicates of or went to go wash and then put them all here and then started using some other ones. So it's really just a variety of different brushes. I have no specific pot. They're really just a place where I keep some of my extra ones, and I got these containers from, they're actually flower pots from IKEA. So the last drawer that I have right here, this whole section is not makeup. It is just the first drawer here that I store some of my more frequently used makeup or stuff that is a little bit looser. So in this drawer right here, this is where I keep, so some shadow palettes, some extra things that I don't use that often, but I don't really have a storage spot for. So I have this mirror here that actually will light up if like I have the light on. Here, I'll show you. You just turn this on and the light actually turns on with it. So that's handy as well. And then in the bottom here, this is where I have some of my lashes that you would have seen me talk about in my eye mats video. I've got some blushes here. I've got a lot of shadow palettes, highlighters. I've got my Glossier products and my makeup sponge. So I just have a lot of products in here that I use more often than the ones on my other storage side. And then of course I have some of my setting sprays and lotions, and then some little glitter pots here from Lit that I don't necessarily use, but I am looking to use. So yeah, that's about all that I have in this section here, and I like this because it just closes right up, and when you look at the drawers, it doesn't look like there's makeup stored in there. It kind of just looks like a filing cabinet or a place that I can store some of my like pens and pencils and stuff. So this section over here is where I keep my everyday makeup. As you can see, it's on a mirrored desk, which is where I sit to do my makeup every day because it's right next to a huge window. So it allows in lots of natural light. So if we're gonna zoom in on specific areas, we'll start over here. This area here is where I keep sort of my miscellaneous items that I don't really have a spot for. As you can see, I have like moisturizer, concealer, some highlights, blushes, that sort of thing. Over here is where I keep my everyday palettes, contour, highlight, and 2 shadow ones. Just stuff that, like, if I'm doing something super easy, it's right there. Then next over here, in this container right here, this is where I keep a lot of my drugstore products. These 2 drawers right here are drugstore ones that, to be honest, I don't really touch that often, which I probably should start doing. Clearing it out, as there are some really good products in there. But yeah, these are where I keep my drugstore ones from videos that I've done before and tested out. And then this one here is just some more makeup sponges in the back, and then blushes, bronzer, and a liquid highlight. And then on the top section here, keep my Fix Plus. I use that pretty much every day, aside from where my drawer was that had my setting sprays in it. I keep my beauty blender with the container so it can dry out, setting powder, and my my dip brow here. I have my foundation, and then just behind those I actually have my Colourpop Crystal Collection with 2 highlights, a setting, and a priming spray. Just because they're in glass bottles and I don't really want to ruin them, and I think they look super pretty. And then up here, this is where I have all of my everyday brushes, as well as a couple lip products, and then a brow gel and my mascara. Just because it's products that I use every single day, brushes that I use every single day, so why put them over? And then it's in the same container from IKEA with a few of those, just those dollar store beads in the bottom. Which is super handy. So this is a products that I use every single day. It has stuff like my brush cleaner and my blush and my chapstick and my primer and like little things like my eyelash curler and my my gimme brow and all those kinds of things. Stuff that like is very small and doesn't really have a spot there. And I just keep it in this little container so I can move it anywhere that I need to. But yeah, so that's that. And then I obviously have over here just my mirror that I use every single day this is what I get ready with, and it obviously has like the regular side and then the magnifying side on the back. But yeah, so that is the final section of my makeup collection. So I hope you all enjoyed watching my makeup collection video. It's very brief, not too long. Don't really have like a huge makeup collection as I've been cleaning it out and passing things along to friends and family. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more in depth on like my concealers and my foundations and that sort of thing, then please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to do a video on my products that I have like based on one specific. I can go through all my shadow palettes, all my face palettes, that sort of thing. So if you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed seeing this and if you want to see some videos on more specific makeup collection stuff. So yeah, that's about all I have for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one.